Hello guys, I'm back in the same spot I was here the other day with another talking point video. Today's talking point is the fear of being perceived. I have a huge fear of being perceived. Like, I feel like everybody has a fear of this to an extent, but I feel like this fear for me is actually pretty bad. Like it affects a lot of things, like how I do them. And I feel like there's a slight crossover with social anxiety, but I do see them as two different things. I feel like social anxiety for me, because I've definitely had social like badly when I was younger, but social anxiety for me is more like situational. And I feel like if it's not situational and I'm just like feeling a bit of an anxiety, it's more to do with my appearance. Or like, obviously if it's situational, it's if I'm going into like a job interview, something like that. Do you get what I mean? But with a fear of being perceived, I feel like it's more to do with my character, and that's like where I draw the line. Like social anxiety, appearance, the fear of being perceived for me all comes down to my character, my personality, how I act, which is a terrible fear to have because I just cannot act, like be myself around new people I meet. For example, my first example in this is online talking stages. Honestly, the bane of my existence. I think they're the worst thing to ever existed. I hate not even just talking stages, friendships. I hate friendships that are formed online, or talking stages that are formed online. You've never met the person, or you have met the person and they haven't spoke to you. I feel like someone's coming this way. I hate friendships, any relationship that's formed online through texting, because I just feel like they can really form their own opinion about your personality and who you are. And so I always have a huge fear that if I ever have to meet the person in real life, I'm gonna be someone completely different to who they have in their head. Like the image they have created of me and my actual self are gonna be completely two different people, and they're not gonna like this new person. And so I hate it. I would always choose to never meet them. And so in my school, guys, there was this fine ass guy, like so fine. He was literally my hallway crush. Like, he was so fine. Never spoke to me in person. It was the holidays, and like one day he decided to text me, and I was like, okay. That one initial text gave me so much anxiety. And like, guys, it gave me so much anxiety. I'd take like 2 days to respond. It's really bad actually, my anxiety with this type of stuff. Anyway, we were chatting, not a lot, but whatever. But he was my hallway crush at the end of the day. Like, I found him really attractive. And then the day the holidays ended and I had to go back to school and see him, I had so much anxiety. I literally felt nauseous. I felt so sick. I felt like I couldn't eat. I just felt horrible. I went to school, and I have 2 classes with this guy. I went to school. First class he wasn't in, thank God. The second class, I was dreading it. I actually went home. And because I couldn't face him. Because I was like, maybe actually, I think I lied. I feel like this also comes down to appearance or something. I don't know. Maybe it was a fear that we would have to speak, because you've just texted me, and like it'd be kind of odd to not speak. Do you get what I mean? And I had so much anxiety just even seeing the guy that I had to go home. I physically could not do it. I just felt so physically ill about him seeing me, because he's clearly got an image in his head of who I am, because he thought he should text me. But like, what if I don't meet that image? Do you get what I mean? Like, that was that situation for me, so much anxiety. And then that also led to like this other, not talking stage, is really not a talking stage, guys, at all. It was just like what potentially could be a talking stage of my friend's friend. So obviously I've never met the guy because it's my friend's friend, and she was just like, I feel like you guys would be good together. I had to dead off after one day, because the thought of me ever actually having to get to the point where I have to meet him, and this same situation what just happened with the other guy happening, I couldn't do it. Like, even just the thought of me having to go meet the guy gave me anxiety. So I just did it after like literally one night, because I was just like, I can't do it, and I know when the time comes around I won't be able to do it. So, and that goes into like any friendships. I hate making friends online. Honestly, I don't really do that though, so I don't know how bad it would be in comparison of like a talking stage where like I find the guy attractive, or just like a regular friend. Do you get what I mean? Because I feel like even though I said social anxiety is more to do with my appearance, I feel like that does come into the whole fear of being perceived as well. But I don't know if that would be just for like people I'm attracted to. Do you get what I mean? And I feel like I've done this for a while. I feel like I've done this as a kid as well. Like, I used to play Minecraft servers as a child with my cousin, and every day, May, she was booming on these servers, like popular every day. everybody would greet her, everybody when she joined the server, like, hey. I'm just like, how are you doing this? Like, how have you been able to send on your messages? Because I'm trying to write in chat, my finger's shaking over the send message. Like, I physically could not bring myself to text in any of the servers we joined, because I don't know if this would be social anxiety or not, but I couldn't do it. I was so fearful of how people would perceive my message. And guys, I was like 4. This is like ages. No, that's a reach. I wasn't 4, but this is like ages of like 8 to 12, in that range. I don't really remember. It was ages ago, but I was pretty young, so it's been an ongoing issue for me, and I don't really know why. Even Roblox, I'm like this. Just like online games, I don't like texting on service, because I'm just like, sometimes I do. I've kind of gotten used to it now, but it's just like, hello. And I feel like for online talking with relationships, like meeting friends online and stuff, I feel like it's more also because you can't gauge like expressions, like hand gestures, like how I move, how I carry myself, any of that, because you're just texting online. But once you meet the person, obviously everything comes out. Like, I feel like also I'm a very, very, very awkward person. I'm very shy, so the first time I ever get to meet somebody, I'm not great in that situation. Truly, I'm not the best at first meetings. Sometimes I am. It really depends on the situation. But like, if I was to speak to you beforehand, and then I have anxiety leading up to the moment we're about to meet, I'm gonna be very shy when we meet. It's just who I am. Like, I won't feel relaxed and I won't feel comfortable. So it builds up even more anxiety. So it's just like, anxiety leads to more anxiety, that leads to more anxiety, that leads to more anxiety, like a snowball effect. And like, I don't even know the word for it. Like, yeah. And with this issue, even without like online, it being from online, if I meet new people as well who I've never even met before, if they don't have a specific personality, or they don't make me feel a specific way, like comfortable, I find it really hard to be myself. I find it really hard to show any emotion, any personality, because I feel really uncomfortable. And I don't know why. Like, some people I meet straight off the bat, they make me feel comfortable, and they just like, I have a personality that can kind of match their personality, so I feel really good, and I just feel like I can be myself. But a lot of people, I meet them and I just feel like I'm a brick wall. I can't show or express anything. And then I get into this loop, like, oh, I've not really expressed anything, I've not really shown my personality, I've kind of known you a little bit now, can I just like switch on? Like, oh, you're gonna find that weird. And then like, that's another fear. Like, they've now got one image of me, and I don't want to change my image to become a different image, so now they have 2 different images of me. That is a huge fear of mine. Like, people who have a certain image of me seeing a different side of me. And this affects me even in my closest friendships, my family, my best friends. I'm not an affectionate person. I've never genuinely said the words I love you to anybody. I didn't grow up hearing the words. I just don't like saying these words. It makes me so uncomfortable. But if I was to ever feel like I could say those words to my best friends, I would never, because they see me as a very unaffectionate person. I don't like hugs. This is the same like if I was to hug them first. They've seen me as somebody who's never showed affection like that, who's always shied away from hugs. I don't like them. If I was to just suddenly switch and be like, oh, like give them a hug or say I love you, I just feel like it'd be so noticeable in a change of character of mine that it's just like, and I would feel so uncomfortable that they've seen that, and so I refuse to change, which is really, really bad, because seriously, never saying the words I love you to somebody, that's pretty crazy. Like, what am I gonna do when I'm in a relationship? Do you get what I mean? Like, and it's like, if I wanted to change, I'd feel so uncomfortable to change, so I'm just not allowing myself to grow. And I feel like I need to work on this with baby steps, but I don't know what steps to take. And it's like with my family, I feel like after COVID, or in the COVID time period, we kind of didn't really speak. Like, I wasn't really speaking to much of my family. I don't really know. I literally cannot remember so many years of my life. I can't remember how, but I just remember not being close with my family. And like, I didn't really show any personality around them. I was always in my room. And now that I've come to the age of 19, and like, I feel like some families go through stages, like they're kind of just like not close because the children go through puberty and they just don't really want to be around their parents. But now that I've got past that stage. I'm at 19 and I should be able to have a good relationship with my parents. I find it so uncomfortable to show my personality around them because I haven't done it for so many years, and I just don't like the idea of them seeing me. I hate it. Like I physically hate it. And I'm more okay with this with my dad because my dad doesn't live in the country right now. He hasn't lived in the country for the past 5 years, so I don't see him that often, so I feel like it's kind of easier for me to change and show my personality around him. But with my mum, I've lived with her for the past 5 years, just constant, well, for my whole life, just constantly, so I find it so hard to just change, and it's really bad because it affects my relationships with her, and it affects my relationship with my brother as well because I'm the same. I find it really hard to just show personality. I feel like I need to work on this. I am trying to work on it. I feel like the first stage to work on it is noticing it. I've noticed it. I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do because maybe uni would change. Maybe uni will help me through this. I feel like uni will help me with my family, with me changing, like being able to be myself in front of my family because I won't see them for a long time. Then I'll come home and it's just like, oh, like, yeah, this is actually me. I don't know. But with friends, I feel like talking stages online, that's never gonna change for me. That's a huge fear of mine. Talking, yeah, any relationship online, like friendships, talking stages, anything like that, that's a huge fear of mine. I don't think I ever really become friends with people just from online stuff. I would always have to know the person first. And then being myself in front of new people, that's something I'm gonna have to work on. I'm just gonna have to, I don't know how I'm gonna change that one, but it is something I'm gonna take steps towards. But I don't know what steps yet. I'm gonna look into it because I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't know what I'm doing here. Like for example, I said in my last video, I've been at work. I've been at my new job for 8 months now, and still with people I speak to regularly when I'm in on my shift, I cannot be myself around them. 8 freaking months. Like, get a grip. Get a freaking grip. Do you get what I mean? It's just too much. It's too much. I'm really my own downfall here. On my own downfall. But yeah, that is this talking point today. That's all I have to say. Honestly, I feel like these videos, I never really have an end conclusion. I'm literally just saying what I'm saying. I feel like this was more of a concise video though. It wasn't all over the place because I actually wrote down what I had to say and thought about it a bit more. My last video was a bit that is today's video. If you're here, thank you. If you're not, fuck you. And yeah, bye bye. Bye.